Really understanding the difference between a condition and an objection is key. There's a problem that arises when agents mistake conditions for objections. Agents often treat a condition as an objection, and then they beat themselves up when they don't get the transaction or the contract signed. The truth is they probably would have never gotten the contract signed. Even if they were one of the best salespeople in the world, they probably would not have gotten the contract signed, and if they did, it would have unraveled anyway. The definition of a condition is a valid reason for the prospect not to move forward. You'll still need to try all the techniques of objection handling, but you just need to realize that a condition is usually linked to their ability or authority to act now. And they might have a desire to move forward, but they lack the ability and the authority to do so. And ability relates to the financial capacity, maybe their credit score or down payment or their equity. Those types of issues relate to their ability to act now. Authority, though, relates to the ultimate decision maker. Is there anyone else who would influence this decision in a significant manner? As an example, young couples, first-time homebuyers often do not have the authority to make the decision without outside guidance, which is usually a parent. The most common condition, though, is lack of money and lack of creditworthiness. Now, you might be able to overcome these to make a sale, but it's better if you know them early before you invest the time in the presentation. And if your efforts are guaranteed to not result in a signed contract, you need to know that up front. If you're prospecting consistently, my friends, you'll have more than enough opportunities without overlaying the burdensome conditions and problems that you're going to experience with conditions. So a word of caution, don't become so emotionally involved that the line between an objection that you can overcome and a condition that maybe you can't gets blurred. We can want to help somebody so much that we blur that line, or we want the transaction so much that we blur that line, and we start investing large amounts of time, maybe negotiating short sales or short pays that have no chance of going through, or payment penalties or waivers, or any abundant other items that really have a low probability. We lose sight of our business in those situations. So make sure that you're evaluating the odds. I realize that going the extra mile for the client can give you really warm, fuzzy feelings, and it can build really an extremely loyal and appreciative client. That loyal and appreciative or sold out client can then send you referrals for years because of this extra service. But let me caution you and give you some advice that these situations can get out of control. When agents get into trouble, it's not recognizing these types of opportunities for what they really are. And these types of clients allow you to generate large amounts of goodwill. You feel good helping people who are struggling, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's a tremendous feeling and opportunity. I did a number of these types of what I functionally call donation deals annually. And I didn't donate my commission, but when you look at the value of my time and the value of the time and effort and energy and money that I spent in trying to help somebody, the net loss of that against the commission that I earned was a loser. And I'm not saying don't do them. I'm saying know the cost, know the evaluation, and functionally evaluate the condition, the objection, the opportunity. What I'm saying is a champion agent recognizes them for what they are, and they're really a donation transaction to the benefit of somebody else who's in trouble. Nothing wrong with that, but your reward will never be monetary, especially in the short run. Where agents get into trouble is when they quit halfway through those transactions because the conditions of the transaction hints that they aren't going to make any money. Now, an agent that does that is probably embittered and frustrated and wishes they hadn't gotten into the deal at all. And if you can't be financially or emotionally successful and doing a donation deal in terms of the emotional aspect of it, pass on it, because financially it's not going to be rewarding in the short run. It may be in the long run. The last point I want to make regarding donations deals is that you can't do too many. I mean, even a champion agent can ill afford to do lots of them during the course of the year. If you do too many, it affects your income, it affects your attitude, it increases your frustration, certainly affects your family. So we've got to limit the number of these that we're going to take on. I took on a couple a year, and that's all I could engage in and enjoy and still be in business and achieve my business goals and life goals. There was a couple, and I knew them going in. So I guess what I'm saying to you is know what you're getting into going in. Realize that conditions are part of that. And also conditions can be temporary. Their circumstances on a condition can change. It could change because of the marketplace, their credit could improve, they save some more money, new loan programs come out or are created, new children arrive, prepayment penalties are negotiating. There's a myriad of things that can change. So many of the conditional roadblocks can be removed over time. So don't fail to keep in touch with people who have conditions as to the why they can't do it now or they can't move or move forward now. Make sure that you put them on a reasonable follow-up plan that allows you to keep in contact and in touch with them, so at the end of the day you can create a sale down the road with these individuals.